God damn it.
I know, Sky.
God damn it. You see me, Steve, in my deep, dark chamber dressed in all black.
Your
This is so I
count whatever the hell his
this
name
is
is.
so I can pay homage to the movie we're going to be talking about, which is
Yeah.
Nosferatu
Nosferatu.
2024.
Come to me. Come to me.
Directed Robert Eggers, writers Robert Eggers, Henrik Galeen, and the original writer himself, Bram Stoker, because this is the original Bram Stoker B movie ripoff. But it's its own thing, ironically, and it became its own
Yeah.
thing in history. So, a gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young woman and the terrifying vampire infatuated with her, causing untold horror in its wake. Oh man, I gotta say, Steve, I really did enjoy this movie. Starred Lily Rose Depp, Nicholas Holt, Bill Skarsgård, Aaron Taylor Johnson, William Dafoe, Ian Neeson, sorry, and Simon McBurry, Stacey Thuns, and we'll stop right there. But I gotta say,
Yeah.
Steve, I like this movie. I saw it on Christmas, the day after Christmas.
Same.
Very
Yeah. Day after
very classy.
Christmas.
Stayed
Mm-hmm.
pretty true to the original, and I mean the original, like the silent film one. Like
Yeah.
it was pretty spot on to the original story, and they also took bits of the '70s one and placed it in there too. The acting was brilliant. You had basically you didn't have multiple takes. You had one scene where the actors were doing their lines, like William Dafoe was interacting with the others, and it was like one whole take, and you're like, wow, that's great acting right there. Really classy. They used a kind of like a blue filter on the film to kind of almost make it look like it was black and white. Um,
Yeah.
the
I
cinematography
appreciated
was
that.
great. Yeah, I did too. The cinematography was great. The uh, the overall atmosphere of the film was good because this is where I'm going to say I knew that this movie was going to be more kind of favored by critics and less by audiences. Because if you think you're going to go in there and see like a traditional vampire film, that's not what this is. Not what it is at all. It's way more back to the original. What is a vampire? Kind of the idea, like what does a vampire do? Because he almost comes off as more of like an incubus kind of thing in some aspects of the film.
Mm-hmm.
I did like how they made it their own thing though, by taking like more of this plague aspect of it was really
Possession. That's what I got out
that
of
was
it.
good. That was yeah, that and then the whole him being more of a plague. Um
Mm-hmm.
one of the things they changed is they didn't make him like the bald, like,
Nosferatu!
he was
I
more
know,
like
right? On
he was
he was
more
a weird looking
Hungarian
still.
looking. He had a coat. He was all like, pimped out, and he spoke like this a lot of the movie. And it was funny. Like, I enjoyed. But first of all, let's just tell everyone we enjoyed the film. We liked it. Steve, what did you
Yeah.
enjoy about the movie?
I liked exactly what you said. I think I liked the fact that it didn't have too much of a score going on. It was just acting to set the tone because again, this is around like the early 1800s. So like there doesn't need to be a lot of score. It needed to kind of be like it was in the 70s, the 1979 one, which was more of a dramatization, which you got here as well, but with the original where it was just flat, you know what I mean? Like when you were saying the
Hmm.
Willem Dafoe was just like talking to everyone in that scene, it was just very flat and what it needed to be because it's an
It's a stoic kind
unspeakable
of
horror.
film.
Yeah, it's a stoic.
As funny as that sounds,
Nosferatu is stoic.
it really is. It really is like a very quiet kind of film especially with to give you those scares.
Yeah,
Uh,
this is a definition of what like a silent horror is.
But let's get into some more stuff. So now we're gonna get to the more funniest. So yeah, I would give the film an 8. What would you give it, Steve?
Yeah, an
Blah, blah,
8.5.
blah.
I really like that one.
Okay, so now to the jokes. Okay, so not only, but this film is hypersexual. My God,
Oh
like
yeah.
when I walked in this film, it was the beginning when she's basically being raped by the
Right.
Phantom, and it's like,
Screamy ass.
Yeah, I feel pretty good right about now.
Beavis and Butthead.
It was really funny because it was just like, oh my god, very very hypersexual, very very like people ask me like, what did you think of this movie? I was like, well, the first half of the movie is basically like if a realtor had to sell a piece of property to a vampire, and then the second half of the film is basically everyone telling this guy he has to be this dude's cuck.
Okay.
Like that was pretty much the film element right there, because honest God, I really thought it was like the whole time Willem Dafoe's like, you must let him have her, basically.
Yeah,
Hold on.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I thought was really, really funny about the movie was the whole element of like, you must let him have her. And it was like, dude, that was the whole movie. Like
That was the
first,
whole
second
thing,
half, I
bro.
mean, the second half of the movie was literally he was like, no, he can have her. And even she's just like, oh, he's a real man. And there was
Yeah.
all this, show him our love. Blah. So
Just
as much
being nasty.
as
Yeah.
much as I liked it, and I did, like it was, but I like freaking quills. This was almost equivalent to quills to me. Like it was freaking dirty.
It
Like,
was, yeah, I felt like it was pulling no punches as far as sleaze goes. Like
I
Willem Dafoe
I
was being
loved it.
sleazy as he could.
Loved
And
it.
even what's her face was being really like the
Played
forthcoming
out.
when she's being yeah, that are you talking about what they held on that shot where she's kind
Yeah.
of being possessed or whatever?
Oh,
That's
if that's
where it
what you want
kind
to
of
call
looked,
it.
yeah, I don't know what it was, dude, but yeah, it kind of was like that was the first time I felt uncomfortable in the film in a long time as far as like core goes, because you're just like, yeah, dude, this is hanging on for a
Watching it.
really
It's like
long
being in an
time.
adult theater,
I know,
watching it.
right? Yeah,
You're
and you're
waiting
like
for
on a
someone to be
bunch of
like, pull the departed up, and he's like, "Blah." Hit the movie. That's kind of what you almost thought was gonna happen because, yeah, it was. I enjoyed it, but yeah, man, it was
it was, dude, it was just,
hyper sexual, but I enjoyed
yeah,
it.
no, yeah. The real Sharks crew love Nosferatu.
I love that. God bless you. You said Nosferatu. God bless you.
Yeah.